Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun. In the last episode, I actually have it, don't worry. Got it here somewhere, let me just check my little papers here. Here we go. We defeated Team Aqua. We got ourselves a cast form. We then proceeded to defeat Brendan, and we arrived in Fortree City. Torkoal has grown to level 30, so we're going to take the exponent share off of Torkoal, and we're going to give him this charcoal here, get some nice and fire type powered up moves there, because he has that flamethrower. And I'm going to give the mystic water to Wilmer, because Wilmer has those nice water type moves. I told you guys in this episode we were going to take on the gym trainers, but we are also going to get ourselves a new Pokemon. We can catch one on this route up here, so we're going to go ahead and do that as well after we defeat this trainer. And I have some news actually to report on the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire thingamajigs. It's not a story or nothing, it's just some news that I thought I would share with you guys. Japan. There has been over 1 million pre-orders of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in Japan. 1 million pre-orders. They said it surpassed X and Y by a lot. So that just makes me really happy. Really does. I'm just so excited for the games, and I'm so glad they're getting the love that they deserve. I'm so glad. I can't believe that. In Japan, over 1 million copies were pre-ordered. I don't know how many here, but in Japan there's over 1 million copies being pre-ordered. So I thought that was really cool and interesting. So I'll go ahead and tell you guys that. We are in the grass here though, and we can catch this Clefable. Even though I don't really want a Clefable, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and catch it anyway, even though it's being a booty head, and will not go in my Pokeball or Ultra Ball or Great Ball. Just being annoying and using those minimizers so I can't use any moves on it. And shaking like 3 times and then jumping out of the Pokeballs. Ooh, that gets on my nerves. Almost killing my Torkoal and putting it to sleep is being a real troll right now. But anyway, there's also something else that I want to mention as well. I haven't watched the video yet, but I will probably watch it later. I don't know, I don't really want spoilers, but I'm probably gonna have to get over it and just get the spoilers so I have some more to talk about, because we still have about, I don't know, what, 6, 7, 8, 5, 4, I don't know. Not very many days left until the games come out. And I need a little bit more to talk about before they come out, so I can have something to talk to you guys about, other than the game itself, which we will be talking about too. I did not forget that we are playing Emerald. I did not. And I can talk about what's in the game. But there is something on Google. Usually what I do to get my stories and my information is I'll go on Google and I'll type in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it'll pull up like the top 3 news links. And the first one was the second one was the Japan thing, but the first one was actually a YouTube video, which is why I didn't watch it yet. It's actually not a video itself, it's more like an audio where a YouTuber is talking about something, but I'll watch it later and we can talk about it in the next episode if I remember to watch it. But it says possible leaks. It says possibly somebody is going to be leaking Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire early. Gameplay, I think, or something. I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll find out more if I watch the video, but I'm not going to watch it right now. I'll do that a little bit later, as we still have not caught this Clefable. Like, I'm on the verge of not even wanting to catch it right now, because it doesn't want to stay in my freaking Pokeballs. I'm like, seriously? I literally almost wanted to use my Master Ball on this thing, but then I was like, you know what, you're not worth it. You're not worth it to use my Master Ball on. Finally though, we got this freaking Clefable. Oh, so annoying. I have to go back and freaking heal up because the thing is taking out like half of my team just to try and catch it. It's annoying. Ugh. I guess we can go ahead and take a look at it though. There you see our cast form that I told you guys we were going to look at in the last episode and we never did. And I already told you what nature it was and what the nature does. It was docile, which is neutral. Changes the weather with the forecast. Here is the stupid Clefable. It has cute charm and it has a careful nature, which increases special defense and decreases special attack, which I guess is okay, but we can't teach it anything special, so I don't understand what the deal would be with having it on our team. It's kind of booty, but it is very defensive, so it does have that going for it. If we do ever have to run into some trouble, then I guess we would be forced to use it, but I really don't want to. Anyway, we're going to take on these people here, and then we're going to go talk to Steven and get ourselves the Devon Scope, because we can't get to the gym without the Devon Scope, so we're going to have to do that first. But anyway, we're going to keep reading on the Nintendo Life website here about this article. We stopped reading the article last time. Last time we got some information about how the games are coming out for the holiday season, and they are using the X and Y themes with the 3D and all that stuff, and that the maker of the video games originally didn't get to put all of his ideas into the games when they came out a long time ago, 12 years ago I believe, and now he's able to put all of that information in there, so we're going to have a lot more in-depth gameplay. We're going to continue on here and read some more of the article. It says, the Hoenn region is a favorite for some Mon fans, so it's re-imaging will set some pulses racing. There still is a desire to maintain the vibe of the originals, naturally, while the series head honcho, Junichi Masuda, also explained that the origins of the region and its rural focus. Omori, I don't know how to say his name, but he says, one of the main themes that I had in mind when I first started working on the Pokemon games with Ruby and Sapphire, and the impression I had at the time, was that this was really the first time Pokemon had entered full color. The way the colors were used to create this feeling of nature left an impression on me. So I really wanted Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire to translate that to new systems, and pay attention to how we use color and create that same feeling. And then Masuda says, Kanto and Johto were based more on the motif of Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, big cities in Japan, with people living in a more metropolitan feel. With the Hoenn region, I wanted to go for a feel of abundant nature. So a lot of mountains and forests. Whenever I was younger, my grandparents lived in Kyushu, and I would visit them. And whenever I was there, I'd always be catching bugs, playing in the river, catching fish, and stuff like that. So I wanted to bring that feeling of nature to the games. That is really cool. I actually like that. I did not know that, so it's very interesting to find that out. That originally, well, we never really thought about that, you know? Kanto and Johto were actually set more based on cities. They weren't really based on like forest and mountains and stuff like that. They were more based around cities, like metropolitan areas like New York and stuff like that, because every town was a big town. And then in Kanto, I believe we had Celadon, and then in Johto we had Goldenrod. So it was actually pretty cool that we actually got that. That's neat. I actually did not realize that whenever they were making the games, because I never read this much in depth on these games before. But it does. You can tell the big difference, because we go from using the Game Boy Advance, which was in, I believe it's Game Boy Advance, and the original Game Boys, which were in black and white and no color, to the Game Boy Advance SP, I believe, or something like that. The flip ones, I believe, are the ones that I used for these games. And that was actually pretty cool, because they were all in color. So that was interesting. Didn't realize that in the first place. And now we're getting this whole new thing with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because they will have color and 3D imaging. So I don't think it will look exactly like X and Y. It'll probably look better. I don't know. We'll just have to see and find out. Hopefully it won't be like too the same as it used to be, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I did notice the difference though. Playing these games, I'm guessing that's why these are my favorite, because I go from doing absolutely no color to doing color, so it's interesting to go from one thing to another, and that's pretty cool to see. So we can definitely look forward to some amazing colors and 3D effects in the new games, and that's something else we can actually look out for. So just be on the lookout for that when you are playing these new games, that they're going to be more in-depth and more beautiful than ever. So in the game department that we are playing right now, you see that dang Wobbuffet on the screen, and I was so worried about that Wobbuffet. I was like, okay, first let's take out the other ones and worry about the Wobbuffet later, because it keeps trying to use Destiny Bond on me, and I'm not playing that Destiny Bond game on you, Wobbuffet. I've seen how you do with your shadow tags and your Destiny Bonds. Oh, you make me so annoyed. But I believe maybe this is going to be the last of the gym trainers, and then once we have defeated the gym trainers, we'll go ahead and end the episode off there. Not really much more we can talk about on the article that we haven't already talked about right now. We can talk about the rest of this stuff in the next episode. The article is actually pretty long, so we'll definitely be talking about that in the next episode. And now you see we have this Wobbuffet left, and it's got that Destiny Bond, so I'm just doing anything that I can to heal up my Pokemon and do something so I don't get Destiny Bond, because I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, if I use a move that kills it and it used Destiny Bond, then one of them's gonna die. But luckily that didn't happen, and he was stupid and used the safeguard. So then I breathed a sigh of relief, because he was actually finally gone. Those Wobbuffets, man, they are really getting on my nerves. I'm so tired of them. Wobbuffet was one of those that I actually didn't care for when it originally came out in the games. I was like, seriously, this guy's stupid. What can he do? Counter, Mirror Coat, Destiny Bond, Safeguard. That's it. If you could actually teach him some good moves, which I believe you can, I don't know, I've never used one, so I wouldn't know, then that would be different. But you can't. He's just a Wobbuffet. He's just a nobody. That's why we'll probably never use that. Why not? Probably never. Unless I'm really desperate and I end up having no more Pokemon whatsoever to use. Then I definitely will be in some trouble. I will have to end up using a stupid level 1? Was it level 1 or level 5? Why not? I don't know. I'm just so upset about that. Stupid egg. Why couldn't the egg be randomized too? But anyway, I believe that is the last gym trainer. So we are going to be ending the episode off here, and in the next episode we will be taking on Winona, and we will be continuing on from where we left off. So if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to watch more of my Randomizer or any of my other Let's Plays, and comments are always appreciated. You can leave them down below and we can talk about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or whatever you feel like talking about. I don't mind. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of our Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke Speedrun. See you guys later.